Spanish captions are available for this broadcast as a special service of NET. For Spanish captions, change the closed caption settings to Service 2 on your television.
Outside and has some room. In there for the touchdown. Coming home here in lane 5, well out in front of the field. And Malachek touches in a time of 52.92, a new high school national record. Back to back to back to back state champions.
NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from Morrison Stadium in Omaha, Nebraska on a beautiful evening for the 2018 NSAA Boys Soccer Championships. And we kick off our evening of soccer action right here on NET. In Class B, the South Sioux City Cardinals taking on the Storm of Elkhorn South. And hello again, everyone. I'm Larry Putney, along with former Lincoln Southwest coach Jeff Weller. Great to have you with us tonight here at Morrison Stadium for what is a rematch of last year's Class B state championship. Elkhorn South came out with their first ever title last year. Seems like maybe that's motivated the Cardinals throughout the offseason, and you think this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, 100%. You know, no stat line really grabs you from any one team. I think it's going to be a big battle in the midfield this evening, so whoever wins that is probably going to come out on top this evening.
Let's take a look at these two teams and from where they come. Of course, Elkhorn not far from here at Morrison Stadium. This is the final year of Elkhorn South in Class B as they move up to A next year. And, of course, South Sioux City out of Siouxland up there in South Sioux City, Nebraska. How did these two teams get here? Look at the Cardinals. They had a pair of one-zip wins over Schuyler and Gretna and Elkhorn South with an overtime victory over Crete and a 1-0 win over Scott. Should be a good one for the Class B title. The 2018 NSAA Boys Class B Championship is coming up next right here on NET Sports.
Everyone has a favorite.
Charlotte's Web.
War and Peace.
The Catcher in the Rye.
But what is America's favorite book?
The Color Purple.
Frankenstein.
Ready Player One.
We've got a list of America's 100 best novels, and we need you to help us pick #1.
The Joy Luck Club.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
The Book Thief.
The Martian.
Is your favorite on the list? Join me, Meredith Vieira, and cast your vote in the Great American Read.
Coming soon to NET.
The Alliance Public Library has been here since 1999. We are very proud of it. We build ourselves on being an educational library. We have a wonderful library here in Alliance. I like to watch the high school sports championships, the football, volleyball, basketball, wrestling, any of them, and also the Husker women's volleyball. I appreciate NET broadcasting the Husker volleyball because we don't have a chance to get to Lincoln to watch all the games. Then we feel a part of it and are proud, as all the state is proud. There are so many girls, little girls in this state that look up to all those players. They are great role models. They set such a great example. My name is Chris Wallace, Children's Librarian at Alliance Public Library. I watch, listen, and support NET.
There's no wedding like a royal wedding, and PBS is the place to see it. Join the Royal Wedding Watch, a week of special programming leading up to the ceremony, with host Meredith Vieira reporting from London. From the dress to the cake, the procession to the honeymoon, we'll cover every detail. Tonight, it's the dress, the jewelry, and the flowers. The Royal Wedding Watch continues
Tonight at 10 Central on NET.
Spanish captions are available for this broadcast as a special service of NET. For Spanish captions, change the closed caption settings to Service 2 on your television.
Welcome back to Morrison Stadium in Omaha as we get set for the Class B Boys State Championship match between Elkhorn South and South Sioux City, a rematch of last year's state championship game, a game in which Elkhorn South won 3-2 in a shootout, and you can bet that has been on the mind of South Sioux City all year long. Visiting with head coach Lupe Gonzalez before the match, he said the motto has been unfinished business for the Cardinals all season long, as they have certainly not forgot about how the state championship match ended last season. It won't be easy getting by Elkhorn South, as the Storm are in the state championship for the third consecutive year, and goals will likely be at a premium. Keeper Parker Lundgren is a big reason why. He has 8 shutouts this season and is a school record holder for shutouts in a career. It's time for player introductions, and for that, let's go to our PA announcer, Bobby Grennan.
Fans, it's now time for the introduction of our players and coaches. First, let's meet tonight's visiting team, the South Sioux City Cardinals. Number 0, Adon Curiel. Number 1, Jaime Godinez Ponce. Number 2, Hugo Guerrera Vargas. Number 3, Galdino Guzman Navarro. Number 4, Jordi Mariscal. Number 5, Leonardo Davalos. Number 6, Jesus Delgadillo Aceves. Number 7, Benjamin Plasencia Renteria. Number 8, Edwin Macias. Number 9, Martin Zamora Pagua. Number 10, Miguel Curiel. Number 12, Miguel Marr. Number 13, Michael Virgin. Number 15, Victor Alfaro. Number 16, Giovanni Padilla. Number 17, Fabian Diaz. Number 18, Jose Cardoso. Number 20, Eduardo Alvarez. Number 21, Pablo Cisneros. Number 22, Shafiq Mohammed. Number 24, Zachariah Abdullah. And number 28, Eric Rodriguez Romo. The head coach of South Sioux City, Carlos Jose Gonzalez. The assistant coaches, Carlos Sainz, Eric Galvin, Aneli Laguna, David Montez, Edson Arenio, and Diego Garcia. Now let's meet tonight's home team, the Elkhorn South Storm. Number 0, Parker Lundgren. Number 1, Camden Stewart. Number 2, Samuel Schmidt. Number 3, Ryan Doyle. Number 5, Samuel Sundstrom. Number 7, Evan Sturdivant. Number 8, Brian Cross. Number 9, Marcus Case. Number 10, Michael Potach. Number 11, Cade Pilkington. Number 12, J.J. Long. Number 13, Sean Thompson. Number 14, Maxwell Dunham. Number 15, Austin Lord. Number 16, Kevin Kim. Number 17, Benjamin Johnson. Number 18, Gregory Cross. Number 19, Neil Sharma. Number 20, John Swoboda. Number 21, Carson Schwartzbaugh. Number 22, Mason Ortmeyer. And number 23, William Kirk. The head coach of Elkhorn South, John Schad. The assistants, Prince Artie, Andrew Persick, and Spencer Stednitz. Your officials for this evening's Class B championship match. The head referee is Adam Hose. The assistant referees, Brent Wilson and Andrew Sheenman. The fourth official is Anwar Rita. Fans, at this time, we ask you to please rise and remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's national anthem will be sung by Vanessa Wergen, a senior at Aurora High School.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Morrison Stadium on the campus of Creighton University here, ready for Class A championship soccer on NET. And boy, do we have a terrific night for soccer here in Omaha. 78 degrees. That'll just dip down a bit throughout the night, making the conditions perfect. Partly cloudy skies. Got a very, very slight breeze. Almost no humidity, which is just terrific for a springtime state championship in Class B. Good to have you with us as we bring you a couple of state championship matches here on NET tonight. This, of course, the South Sioux City Cardinals out of South Sioux City, Nebraska, looking for their second state championship. You can see their goals per game average and goals against. Slight advantage if you look at just the numbers to the Cardinals. Elkhorn South at 1-9 and 1-2-5. Elkhorn South at the Storm come in at 14-6, but playing a very heavy Class A schedule as they prepare for the move up to Class A next year. This is the final year that the Storm will be in Class B. They're already members of the Metro Conference, so they've seen that level of competition throughout the year. I think we're going to have a good one tonight, Jeff.
No, absolutely. I think you hit it spot on. It's a beautiful evening. You don't see a night like this in the spring in Nebraska where there's barely any wind. So you just got to relish it and take advantage of it when it comes up.
But are you trying to reference earlier spring-like weather? Is that what you...
I know from just being out of quite a few games this year that it was an interesting spring, and it usually is an interesting spring in Nebraska when you get the weather.
Yeah, those games we were able to have anyway. Here's Parker Lundgren, the junior. 17 games on the year. You see his goals allowed and his saves. He has 8 shutouts this season, a career record for Elk South. Best game he played all year last year, his coach says, might have been in this state championship against the Cardinals of South Sioux City. And there is Aiden Curiel, 55 saves, 14 goals against in his 13 games. Underway here in the Class B state championship from Morrison Stadium in Omaha. Good to have you with us. Right away in the box, across.
South Sioux City really coming out on the front foot, trying to put pressure on them early here, getting in behind that back four.
Talk about the game he had last year in the state championship game to shut down a Cardinal squad that had outshot the Storm in last year's title game. Ended up losing it 3-2 in overtime. You talked to Lupe Gonzalez, the head coach of the Cardinals, says he doesn't think his team could have played a more complete, better game than what they played last year. Sometimes that's just the way the ball rolls, right?
Unfortunately, that is the game of soccer. You can dominate a match and one or two things go wrong for you, and that is where they put it in the back of the net and you end up on the wrong side of the result.
You mentioned dominating. So is a 28-8 difference in shots? Is that dominant?
It's getting there, assuming that those are quality shots.
Shots on, yeah.
You know, you'll take a shot from about 30 yards out any day of the week because you figure your keeper's going to be able to handle that. But it shows that they probably possess the ball quite a bit more than Elkhorn South in that one.
I see a little bit different South Sioux squad here tonight. Obviously, in high school soccer, you play to your strengths. You play to the players that you have. Last year, South Sioux had a couple of dominant players, and Brian Arellano, who was a soccer player of the year in Siouxland. They had Armando Garcia, who both had 17 and 14 goals. They were very possession-oriented. This is a little bit more, you know, dump and chase kind of team.
Yep. Nope. As a coach, you have to change your team and how you play to the strengths of the players that you have on your roster. And it's a constantly evolving thing. Even within a season, you might be changing that up just based on injuries or who's playing well.
Take there by Fabian Diaz. Taken right back. Nice job by Potach. We'll hear his name a lot tonight. He's very active for this Storm is Michael Potach. Senior mid. Has 2 goals on the season. Very balanced scoring that you'll see up and down the roster from the Storm squad. Throw in upcoming for the Storm. Marcus Case with the throw-in, who has 4 assists, 5 goals on the year. The header clears it. Early chance there. Nice job by Aiden Curiel to come down with it.
Teams seem to kind of settle down into a little bit of a feeling each other out process as it goes back and forth here. Elkhorn South having a few opportunities to find some balls in between the lines, get turned, and not necessarily quality shots, but putting it in there and kind of testing things out, testing that back line, getting them turned a little bit, putting the keeper under pressure there. See if they can continue some of that here going forward.
You mentioned off the top the importance of winning the midfield, controlling the midfield. Elkhorn South really pleased with what Evan Sturdivant and Greg Cross have been able to do. You know, when a coach talks about that, controlling the midfield, explain why that's such an advantage.
That is where a lot of things happen in there. Those players can really set you up. They're your link from the back line to the forwards. So if they can get time to receive the ball in there, get turned, go forward, or dribble at players or run at players, that starts to move the defense and opens up things for those attacking players to get in the spaces behind. And they can really set the tempo of how your team goes and dictate the pace of how you play.
Doyle with the touch ahead. Here's Potach.
Unlucky, just a little too much on that one, but like what I see from Elkhorn South of really testing, trying to get in behind that back four or that back line of South Sioux City and get them turned. That's when you start moving them. That's when marks get lost and people start making mistakes there.
Curiel controls. So Cardinals see if they can get something going here. Much of these possession early on has been controlled by the Storm.
Lots of teams like to take this ball and try to just get it in the mix and see if they can get a knockdown, rebound type of shot where there's a little chaos in the box. Elkhorn South does a nice job there dealing with that, getting first to the ball, getting it out. See if they can settle here and connect.
No foul called there. Virgin with it. Michael Virgin, who had The only goal against Schuyler, fires that in and tipped away at the last second by Parker Lundgren.
Test the keeper there with a decent hit from about 25 or so out. Does a nice job of finding those spaces in front of that back four. If they're going to give you the opportunity, why not test the keeper early, see what he can do. Looks like that one was bound for the top corner if he doesn't get a hand on it there.
Virgin with that last shot had some back spasms that he suffered early on in the finals here at Morrison, but is out there playing. He scored the winning goal against Schuyler in that 1-zip game. They don't connect on the corner. Cardinals down in transition. Diaz with it. Marcus Case will throw it in. Case controls. Doyle with the cross, the header.
Good look again, trying to get those penetrating balls into the box, get some numbers. Good job of getting ahead on it. Really seeing Elkhorn South do a nice job of trying to possess the ball, being patient, finding those areas where they can get in and be threatening in the attack. So really doing a nice job of dealing with those nerves early on here and keeping it. Quick restart, I always like to see that as a coach. Me personally as a coach, I like those quick restarts where we keep the flow of the game going and keep things going.
Has that been one of the points of emphasis for officials this year, is though to make sure it's not too quick of a start?
It depends. You get a lot of teams that would like to stand that person right there in front of the ball to delay that. You know, soccer's a flowing game meant to be fluid, so I'm as a purist, I guess, like to see that it's flowing and it's going and it's not a lot of downtime where they look to chunk it forward and just get in the mix.
Diaz with the throw in. Look at Marcus Case, who played in the finals last year. Coach says really hard worker, great attitude. Earned a military scholarship. His dad's a military guy. Just a hard worker, great guy to have on the team.
Unlucky there, just a little obstruction as he tries to go through. You know, when players get down in these areas in the corners here, they're really looking to try to win a few things. Can they beat their player, get around him, and get a cross into the box? Can they win the foul in this situation? Or as they get deeper into that corner area, can you win a free kick or a corner kick and give your team an opportunity to go forward? So in this situation, like you see, you win a free kick in a dangerous area and see if they can get on the end of this.
Miguel Curiel now with the left foot.
Unlucky, just a little bit wide.
About 10 minutes in here in this Class B state championship between the Cardinals of South Sioux City in red and the Elkhorn South Storm, the #1 ranked team in the state, top seed.
So big point of emphasis coming out on these goal kicks. Who can be first to the ball? Who can get that first touch? If you can't win the first touch, can you get the second touch? Or if you get the first touch, can you win those second balls? So that I think will be something important to watch during this game as we talk about that midfield battle. That's where it starts on the 50-50 balls.
Here we go, Marr. Curiel tries to flip the field. Back to Curiel, fires it in right at Parker Lundgren.
Like the idea, not necessarily from that far out. You take, like I said earlier, you take that shot all day. You feel like your keeper can deal with that. So far, the Elkhorn South back four doing a nice job of keeping those attacking players in front of them, not really letting them in behind. But South Sioux is gaining a little bit of a foothold in the game here, getting a little bit more possession and working it around a little bit. So nice to see from them.
Diaz with the pass. Macias does it go off and out? Diaz with the last touch. Shafiq Muhammad. Diaz ahead to Macias, trying to control near the box.
Way to stay with that there and keep that in play.
This will be carried up.
See if Cisneros can break here.
Back to Cisneros, chases it down.
Nice little ball in behind. Yep. Finally seeing him get the back four from Elkhorn South turn there, put them under a little bit of pressure and move them a little bit. So ultimately not successful, but you like to see them pushing them back, putting them under a little bit of pressure here.
I think early on we saw possession being primarily controlled by the Storm. As you mentioned here, maybe in the last 5 minutes, the Cardinals settling in, a little more control.
Yep, absolutely getting through that, getting through the nerves, getting through that feeling out process. Even though, you know, these teams have met in this game before, there's the emotion part of it as we get a turnover there and we get South Sioux going forward here, see if we can get something dangerous.
Curio with it, being chased down by Macias. Nice tackle.
Yes, fantastic tackle, way to go to ground and get ball there.
Tackle by Mason Ortmeyer. Set near the goal. Lundgren comes out to take charge. Well, Spanish captions are available for this broadcast as a special service of NET. For Spanish captions, you can change your closed caption settings to Service 2 on your television. All of these state championships broadcast in Spanish. Closed caption
for your convenience.
Great step there as we go the other way. Way to control, connect that first pass, and get going forward.
Nice save once again. Mason Ortmeyer, the senior defender, doing a nice job back there.
Nice job on the break going forward for South Sioux City there. A little through ball, puts the back line under trouble. Fantastic last little slide there just to get a foot on it, and bonus there, goes out for a throw and not out for the corner. So nice job there by Elkhorn South defending. Good to see South Sioux City pressing a little bit and putting them under a bit more pressure here.
Curiel with it. Good footwork for Curiel. Sends it across.
Fantastic ball backside there. Great job fighting off the defender to get at least a touch on it. Unlucky. Does win the corner though. So see who can go up and win this one. You know, corners for me are really a lot about desire. You can do all the things on the training ground that you want to, but when the ball is in the box, it's really about who wants to go up and be the first one to win it. Similar to the goal kicks we talked about, you want to get the first touch on it, whether you're attacking or defending. Attacking teams looking for knockdowns as well. So balls like that right out the top of the box. Great shot there. Those are perfect things. Great technique to hit that one and keep it down. Those are the type of rebounds that you're looking for. If you can't get that first touch and you get that second touch. So Elkhorn South off to the races here. Well defended here.
Dunham with it. Drops it back. Storm still control. Into the box. Cleared out of there by the captain.
Nice job
for
by
the Cardinals.
Nice job by South Sioux to clear the lines there.
Shot wide from Ryan Doyle. Yeah, talking with Lupe Gonzalez, he really likes his back line, thinks they're very strong, stay organized, do not miss many assignments, they're very fast and physical. There's a look at Lupe Gonzalez in his second year. He was an assistant for 7 years, was coaching on the staff that won the 2013 championship for the Cardinals. 39-2 in his 2 years as the head coach.
That's a pretty decent record.
Not bad.
Grace Cross does a nice job. Just does enough and comes in a little bit high there on that tackle, gets him tied up a little bit. So somewhat of a dangerous position for the free kick here. Probably be looking to play it to the back post, that 6-yard box type of area, or that second 6, which would be 6 to 12 yards out to get some numbers backside running onto that.
Sturdivant will take the free kick. Senior mid, 3 assists, 3 goals on the season for Sturdivant. Box, the header near the goal and tipped away. Maybe just a bit high, but a nice job by Aiden Curiel.
Put it in the danger area, and we talk about that desire. We talk about that desire of going up and winning that on that head. So great job by South Sioux, but great job defending.
Since 1981, Food Bank for the Heartland has been working to feed hungry people in Nebraska and western Iowa, providing nutritious meals through local food pantries, the backpack program, outreach efforts, and more. You can help the Food Bank feed children and families in your own community by making a contribution or volunteering. After all, the best support is locally sourced. More info can be found at foodbankheartland.org.
Have you ever wondered what happens to soybeans after they're harvested? Every year, soybean farmers invest a portion of their soybean revenue to fund research, marketing, and promotion, which is called the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff. 80% of the harvested soybeans are crushed into soybean meal that's used to feed poultry and livestock. The other 20% is made into soybean oil that's used for cooking oil and biodiesel. To learn more about the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff, nebraskasoybeans.org.
Welcome back to Morrison Stadium in Omaha. Scoreless in the first half between South Sioux City and Elkhorn South. Now, obviously in the Class B state championship, we get to see some of the best athletic talent on the field, but we also want to shout out some students who have been very high achieving in the classroom as well. South Sioux City's Galdino Guzman is a senior and has a perfect score on his ACT, recorded that earlier this year. He has been accepted to Harvard, and he says he wants to become a lawyer. He is the first student in South Sioux City history to record a perfect ACT, so tremendous accomplishment for Galdino Guzman, number 3 for the Cardinals, a defender for them who has a couple goals this year, so a well-deserved shout-out for Galdino.
Yeah, it's a great story, Ryan. We were talking about this before the broadcast, and we were doing just quick math, and we figured if we added your ACT and Jeff's, we still wouldn't get to 36. So that's impressive.
That's probably not too far from the truth.
Good drop back to Curiel. Cardinals in deep one more time. Curiel right there. Curiel stays with it. Here's Virgin, Michael Virgin. Loses it up the other way. Neil Sharma. Sharma taken off.
Easy call there. Gets beat, coming back. Want to deny the opportunity to get a shot off or put that back line on their back foot. Some people might call that a little bit of a professional foul. Maybe not the right area of the field for that, but not too dangerous an area for this free kick. I'm sure we'll see Elkhorn South look to put it in the mix here and see what they can get. See if they can get ahead on the end of this one.
You saw the back and forth there, and then the yellow card issued on Greg Cross. Check that on Michael Virgin. Yep, it was on Virgin. South Sioux's Michael Virgin issued the yellow card. Free kick here by Sturdivant. High ball into the box. Headed out by Leo Davalos. Davalos
nicely dealt with there by South Sioux to clear the lines. You know, they get that first ball we talk about, and then the second ball, he gets it out and gives them a chance to reset, and they win actually the throw in here.
Good to have somebody that size in that back line like Davalos for the Cardinals.
Yeah, no, you absolutely figure he's going to go up and win a lot of those balls that come into that area, and he can really dominate that 6-yard box. It takes a little pressure off the goalkeeper if he knows that somebody's going to go win that.
Taken away by Sam Schmidt up the far right side, and then Davalos sends it out.
See if South Sioux can build something here. Get turned back. Great job of denying that turn.
Foul there on Brian Cross. Sent in, headed away, and once again it was Davalos right there. Gonzalez talked about Davalos, said, you know, he's so controlling in the back.
Yep, again, you have the presence back there, that voice that can organize the defenders, organize the midfield in front of them. That can do a lot just by using that talking and putting those players in positions. You can save yourself doing a lot of running.
Yeah.
Davalos next year will be heading to Mount Marty to play. Mount Marty College. There's the South Sioux City crowd that made the trip down.
Great atmosphere we have at this venue. You know, the perfect night. You get the atmosphere in the stands. It's a fantastic opportunity for the high school kids to come out and play in a venue that's just this top class.
It's a great community up in South Sioux City that really supports its high school athletics. Not just the soccer community up there. They have a very large Hispanic population that supports soccer, and they talk about the adult leagues they have up there continue to play, and many of the players out here, parents still play.
Yep, nope, it's something that's ingrained in the culture, and they do a really good job of supporting this team. A lot of the youth programs that are up in South Sioux City really help to feed this high school program, and they take great pride in that of, you know, putting out these quality teams, giving those kids these high-level experiences through their youth time so they're ready for these environments and these type of games. So really great to see the whole community buy in from them.
You've seen Miguel Curiel out here already be very active here early on. Here's an opportunity to run. Bit too tall.
Nice to see, again, them getting the Elkhorn South defenders turned and running back towards their own goal. You know, doesn't result in anything, but it tests them a little bit. It gets them in the back of their mind. Are they going to play that ball over the top? So they maybe cheat a step one way or another, and it pays off later in the game.
There is Curiel. We just talked about him. Lupe Gonzalez says he's been coaching Curiel since he was 8 years old, when he was a previous assistant coach and coaching in the youth ranks prior to becoming the head coach just 2 years ago. So to your point, it's developed all through the grades in South Sioux City that make this program so strong. They won the title back in 2013, runners-up in 2012, and of course last year in this championship against Elkhorn South, and the Storm winning that school's first state championship. Chicho, that's his nickname, Curiel. One of the captains of his squad. Both he and Davalos. Inside 15 to go here in this first half of play. Still no score between Elkhorn South and South Sioux City. Opportunity here, Zamora with the chase.
Great job getting body between man and ball and just kind of shielding it out of bounds for the goal kick, or what looks like it might be the free kick. Actually, there wins the foul in that area, so my apologies. But overall, great job of defending. You know, as a defender, you want to get in there and you want to get yourself between the man and the ball in a situation like that, so you get a situation like that where they have to come through you if they want to get to the ball. Otherwise, that ball goes out and you kind of end up with the same thing there with the goal kick. But here comes South Sioux again.
Keeping the pressure on. You saw Macias looking for a call, Edwin Macias, but another nice job defensively by Ortmeyer, who's been very busy.
Having some success playing those balls in behind the back four on that side. Again, a last-second go-to-ground tackle there to get that one out. Just a South Sioux touch there to put it out for the goal kick. Nice on the nutmeg there. Unfortunately, it doesn't come to much of anything.
coming out, did not go out, was not called out, and playing through it was Placencia, and Placencia was able to send a good ball ahead.
Got to play until that whistle.
Yeah.
Looking at both these teams here as we get to 10 minutes or so here before half, you'd like to see a little bit more controlled possession in midfield. A lot of balls being played up in the air, not a lot of great first touch out of either team. So we talk about that battle of the midfield. It's getting those balls, controlling it, and then can we connect and find those first passes. We'd like to see a little bit more out of both teams with some of that as we get close to half here.
Good first pass to Diaz. Again, the back third been busy for the Storm. Pilkington sends that out.
South Sioux really liking this right side. Maybe saw something on game film or in previous games with Elkhorn South. Most of their attacks that we've seen and most of the success that they've been having this first half has been down that right side, Elkhorn South's left.
Just assume they were a lot like you. They wanted to play in the shade, not the sun.
Unlucky, can't keep it in there.
Back in for the Cardinals is Miguel Curiel. Will come in for Virgin. Also Dunham back in for Sharma for the Storm. Inside 10 to go here in half number 1. Still no score. Cardinals are used to these tight games. They won a couple of 1-0 games down here at State. Beat Schuyler in the opening round, 1-0. And then also a 1-0 win over Gretna. Gilmore now with the free ball.
So we'll get this one in the mix here.
Barr controls it.
Cross does just enough of getting his body in front of him again, like we talked about, you know, and to get to that ball, he's going to come through him, wins the foul there, gets him out of a little bit of a pressure situation, and away we go the other way. Unlucky on the free kick there as a turnover, but stay with it and win the ball back. Decent looking ball to get in behind.
Dunham with it.
Great tackle. Nice. Great tackle and win as we're off the other way here.
Paul Cisneros with that tackle.
Great to see these guys so confident about going to ground and getting ball and not coming through with that trail leg. A lot of times they'll come through with that trail leg and they'll get a man, or they'll come through and those studs will be showing, and you're going to get a card or some type of foul if you show those studs and you come through and you get the other player.
Good conversation there from Brian Cross and Pablo Cisneros. Ben Placencia will come to the sideline. Big and physical is Davalos in that back line.
Just catches him and obstructs him a little bit there on the turn. Defenders looking to deny that turn, getting a little too physical, getting a little too handsy there.
Looks like maybe there's some blood on Greg Cross as he comes to the sideline.
Time South Sioux with the free kick here. Looks again like they're going to get it in the mix and see what they can, if they can get on the end of one of these second balls or a loose ball, get a shot on frame here.
Michael Potash in there for the Storm. And on goal. Pulled down by Lundgren.
Puts it in the danger area, just a little bit too on the keeper. Nicely dealt with there, though. Great step. Can he connect the pass here? Wins the free kick.
Shafiq Mohammed there called on the foul.
Quick restart there.
Right
I'd like
back.
to see that. Good little 1-2 there.
Once again, Cisneros in that back line. A nice job for the Cardinals.
Nicely dealt with by South Sioux. Elkhorn South being dangerous. The 1-2 to get in behind there. Was looking for that little cutback ball to about the top of the 18 or the penalty spot for somebody running on, but nicely dealt with by South Sioux to clear the lines.
Tackle there by Davalos. Corner opportunity upcoming for the Storm.
Again, those are the situations where you talk about those big bodies in the box where, you know, it's really great defensively to clear those lines. Elkhorn South with some height here, so could be dangerous on the attacking side with this one.
Got her just off.
Up first to win it, just couldn't get it directed on goal. As you see, looks like
Max Dunham.
Yep, Max Dunham first to win that ball. Just can't get it directed on frame. South Sioux
on the left side. Zamora in on it. Zamora with the goal for the Cardinals.
Great little finish there. Gets the through ball, keeps himself composed, puts it in the back of the net. And just like that, we see him counter, go the other way. And that's the way it works in this game.
9th goal of the season for Zamora.
There you see the little through ball, puts the defender on his hip. Great little finish near post, beats the keeper, back of the net. 1-0, puts him in a great spot here just before halftime.
Terrific assist by the Cardinals as well. Zamora puts it in.
Now we see how South Sioux comes out, whether they can keep their composure. You know, it's the cliche thing to talk about. The first 2 minutes after a goal is scored is always the easiest time to get scored on. So see if they weather that going into to half here and can keep the momentum.
There's a look at a winded Martin Zamora, the junior forward who had 8 goals coming in and rubbing out maybe a cramp on the calf, or not a calf, but maybe his thigh, a little higher than the calf.
Yeah, some of the heat we've had this week of the state tournament has been some of the hotter weather we've seen all spring. So into districts and into state, it's something that players have had to deal with and adjust to, with keeping themselves hydrated at the end of a long season where they're playing a lot of games. So I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe see a few more of those this evening.
3.5 to go before halftime here in the Class B title game. The Cardinals have taken a 1-zip lead. Thanks to the goal of Martin Zamora. His 9th goal of the season, leads the team in goals on the season.
It was really great to see how they were able to go kind of against the run of play, look on the counter, take the corner, go right down and score. It's really gotten their crowd energized and back into this game as we go to half.
So the free ball here for now, Ryan Doyle. And an out opportunity just high from Dunham.
Talk about those first balls. You want to get those headers defensively. You want to head that bottom half of the ball so it's getting up and out. You get the top half, you get it at somebody's feet just like that. So we look at it here. A great ball into the mix here. Great job of South Sioux going up and winning that first ball. You want to get that up and out, like we said. Try to avoid those opportunities right there in front of the penalty spot.
One minute to go here before halftime. 1-zip Cardinals. Let's go on the field to Ryan Mix.
Hey guys, just a quick update on Martin Zamora. Just visited with him briefly. He said he was playing through a pulled hamstring and pulled it again, so his return's questionable right now.
Here's Shafiq Mohammed. There's a look at Zamora. And that is the first half of action in the books. Great contingent here from South Sioux City. Thrilled to see their Cardinals on top after the first 40, 1-0. Ryan Mix is joined by Lupe Gonzalez. Let's go down to Ryan.
All right, thanks, Larry. Coach, obviously a huge goal there from Zamora. What'd you see out there on the field?
It was just a great strike. He got open, he got the opportunity, and he took it. Like I told you before, this team's not going to give a lot of opportunity. We had a couple. We had the third one, and we put it away. Let's hope we can keep playing with the intensity and defend well now.
He said he has a pulled hamstring, isn't sure if he's going to be able to go back in. So if he isn't, how does that affect the second half?
You know, we have a strong bench. They're ready. We have a couple of players that could take his spot, but we're hoping he can come back.
All right, best of luck in the last 40.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks very much, Ryan. We are at half of this Class B state championship. Martin Zamora with the lone goal, and the Cardinals lead it 1-0.
What do you think about going to college?
I'm kind of scared.
I feel nervous a little bit.
That's kind of a tough one. I'm not really sure yet.
I'm excited for college.
How are you going to pay for it?
To be honest, I don't really know.
That's actually a really good question.
So what if you had a friend you could ask?
The values that Methodists bring is family.
It's important going through school that you're not just a number, that you're a face and that you're a name to a teacher. And so I loved the small class sizes.
What it means to me is that I found my foundation where I can build on my passion and I can embrace something new in my life. It is a place where I know that I'm supposed to be.
The Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association is pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and on the field. This statewide program recognizes academic excellence, leadership, and athletic achievement in over 20 high school sports and activities. We honor these exceptional students and all of the teachers, coaches, and parents who have mentored them. Together, we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
This month in Passport, your on-demand library of the best of PBS.
We are building a new world where free men together might prosper.
They are running out of food, time.
Roosevelt says, this is it. You have to leave me here.
It's a massive undertaking. It looks impossible to build.
Anything can go wrong.
These and other shows are available with Passport. Become a member of this PBS station, sign in, and start streaming today.
Welcome back to Morrison Stadium in Omaha. Halftime of the Class B Boys State Championship match. South Sioux City leads Elkhorn South 1-0. We're joined with NSAA Executive Director Jim Teneper. Jim, thanks for joining us. So you came on board as an interim director back in August of 15 and then have stayed a few years extra because your duties have been appreciated that much. But your time is coming to a close. So as you reflect on the past few years with the NSAA, what have been some highlights for you?
Well, you know, it's been very good to be able to be back and step back into the executive director role. It was a role that I had served for 9 years before I went to the national office, and thought I was retiring in 2015, and there was a need for some leadership, and so we stepped back into that. But there have been a number of things that have been accomplished, not only these last 3 years, but the previous 9. Probably the thing that I'm most proud of are the opportunities we've provided for kids. We've done a number of things to not only just focus on the varsity athlete, but all athletes for that matter. We've had some issues with regard to providing opportunities for students with disabilities. We've initiated Unified Bowling, which basically combines students with intellectual disabilities with students without intellectual disabilities. Starting this year at State Track, we're going to have some exhibition races for wheelchair. We've had some issues where we've tried to deal and work through the transgender issues, so some of those things have been very good. I think probably another highlight for me is working with a staff that I think has been hungry to do the right things, and we've really got a great staff with the NSAA, and so I'm glad that in 2015 it wasn't necessarily my retirement that I did have that opportunity, but certainly it's been enjoyable.
Well, Dr. Teneper, your staff has been a pleasure to work with, and you as well. So we appreciate you for your tenure at the NSAA, and thank you for serving Nebraska for the past few years.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, we're at halftime of the Class B Boys State Championship in Omaha. South Sioux City with a 1-0 lead. We'll be back with more after this.
Since 1981, Food Bank for the Heartland has been working to feed hungry people in Nebraska and western Iowa, providing nutritious meals through local food pantries, the backpack program, outreach efforts, and more. You can help the food bank feed children and families in your own community by making a contribution or volunteering. After all, the best support is locally sourced. More info can be found at foodbankheartland.org.
Let's talk about public power for a second. Nebraska's electric utilities use a diverse mix of fuel resources to generate electricity. Wind, water, coal, nuclear, natural gas, solar, and methane. Just another way your electric utility shows how public power works for you. Let's talk about public power for a second. Did you know Nebraska's electric utilities pay more than $100 million to communities they serve each year? Those dollars stay local, helping to empower our hometowns. Just another way your electric utility shows how public power works for you.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities in our 303 high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
Next time on Backyard Farmer, we'll see some spectacular spring blooming trees that are native to Nebraska. You know spring is here when you see these hardy trees put on a show. We'll also hear some tips keeping your yard equipment from doing some unintentional damage. All that and your gardening questions answered. Be sure to watch Backyard Farmer Thursdays at 7 Central, 6 Mountain, right here on NET.
Well, let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Elkhorn South really controlled the pace of play and controlled possession. Had a couple of good opportunities early. There's one. Another on the header, just a bit high. But it was this play as Martin Zamora gets loose and puts it in for his 9th goal of the season and a 1-zip lead. Second half action coming your way right here on NET Sports.
1, 2, 3, 4. What do you think about going to college?
I'm kind of scared.
I feel nervous a little bit.
That's kind of a tough one. I'm not really sure yet.
I'm excited for college.
How are you going to pay for it?
To be honest, I don't really know.
That's actually a really good question.
So what if you had a friend you could ask?
Not just on the good days. Not just on the challenging ones. Not just during business hours. Or when relaxing. But always. For the past 125 years, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
Look out for me, look out for me. Here I come, try to catch me, and I'll show you the love.
Cue the fireworks!
Awesome!
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Unstoppable.
Welcome back to Morrison Stadium in Omaha. Halftime of the Class B Boys State Championship. Elk South trails South Sioux City 1-0. Coach Sean Schad, what do you tell the guys at half?
Just have a little bit more composure. You know, South Sioux's doing some pressing that's causing us some issues. So just being a little more composed on the ball, relaxed, connecting our passes, and doing what we've done well all season.
Shots on goal were at a premium in the first half. What's the key to the second half to be more aggressive?
Again, I think if we just can connect those passes and build, you know, we're going to give ourselves a little more possession closer to goal, which usually generates more chances. So we just got to do the things we've done well all season.
All right, thanks, Coach. Best of luck.
Thanks very much, Coach. Appreciate you joining us. That's John Schad chatting with Ryan Mix here as we're underway in second half action, Class B.
Coach makes some fantastic points of talking about being composed. being composed, connecting those passes, getting more opportunities close to goal. Also be interested to see how South Sioux changes things up if they start to adopt a bit more of a conservative style of throwing a few more numbers back to prevent opportunities. Thus far, they've been doing a good job of preventing Elkhorn South from getting much in behind them. They've been stymieing a lot of those attacks, but we'll see if things change.
Let's look at the numbers from the first half. You see shots on goal relatively low, but South Sioux up 4-1. Just one on goal for the Storm. South Sioux, you don't start packing it in yet, right?
No, I think you still gotta play a bit more open of a game here. See if you can get another one. You don't want to go into your shell too early, because then 40 minutes of parking the bus at this situation probably not going to work out great for them. You want to try and play a bit more up the field and keep the game open a bit.
Cross with it. Throw it upcoming for the Storm. Marcus Case will take it. Look at that tackle.
Great job, denies the turn, forces him back. Just gets a foot in there as he tries to slip by him.
Headed out by Miguel Moore. Cross again.
Good clear by South Sioux. Elkhorn South receives, looks to build again and go forward here.
Sent in.
South playing a lot of these earlier balls into the box, seeing if they can get those numbers forward, get in there, get those knockdowns for those second balls that somebody can get on the end of. South Sioux doing a good job of dealing with those and then really connecting and seeing them work forward on these counters, which led to that last goal.
Macias sent that in, chased down by Curiel.
Not going to pack it in quite yet, but not taking any risks there. Puts that one out to touch so they can reorganize and keep things in front of them, South Sioux City.
This is the 5th appearance here at State for the Storm. They won one title. That was last year when they knocked off South Sioux City, were runner-up in 2016. Third consecutive year in the finals.
Speaks to the quality within the program that they've got. That you've got guys coming through that can keep the standard up, and if they've been in this game before, you don't worry about the nerves as much. Heck, it's 14 to 18-year-old kids. There's always going to be nerves in an environment like this, but some of that experience that they can draw and they can put that out of their mind, or they can help some of the guys that are going through it the first time, is always nice. And they know the routine, because it gets you out of your routine when you're traveling, you're playing at different times during the day, you're playing different venue, changes a lot of things up. And if you've been through it and you can keep the routine and you know what the process is, I think it helps you that much more.
And there is a look at John Schad, first-year head coach. He was on Adam Huey's staff for 2 years. He was the Elkhorn Boys Soccer Club coach for a while. Originally from Wichita, Kansas, played junior college soccer at Barton and transferred to Benedictine College in Kansas. Last year in that state championship year, they went 21-0. Not a bad first year as a head coach to make it here to the finals, right?
Not at all. You got to tip your cap to them. You come in with a different personality, and you may have some different standards or a different way of doing things than the previous head coach. So sometimes you might be fighting a little against the buy-in from the group of guys, so you have to get them on board with how you like to approach things, even though you have that familiarity with them.
It's always been about setting low expectations, right? It's what my career has been based on.
Set those expectations low and then overachieve, right?
Well, I don't always do that. I just set the expectations low. I think that's the key. He has set a high bar there for the Storm at Elkhorn South.
Great job by South Sioux, getting in there, winning that corner. We talked about earlier, you get in these areas, it's important to win things, give your team an opportunity.
Here's a corner opportunity for the Cardinals of South Sioux City. Right at the keeper. Lundgren reels it in. Last year, he had so many point-blank stops to really keep this Storm squad in that state championship. They ended up winning 3-2 in overtime over the Cardinals. Led John Schott to say maybe it was the best game that Parker Lundgren had played in his career. Last year's state championship. Hasn't been challenged much here through just over one half.
Absolutely, neither keeper really been challenged too much. We see the one really good chance that South Sioux buries in the back of the net. Other than that, it's been kind of a back and forth, ball in the air type of game.
Virgin tried to send it ahead to Macias. Virgin again with it.
Again, both teams looking for early balls up over the top. Back lines have been doing a good job of dealing with those, knocking them down. Just haven't been able to connect things either way very well in the midfield to keep possession and build those attacks again.
Throw in here by Padilla, Gio Padilla. Ahead to Curiel.
Good battle between these two guys. Great sportsmanship to see there with the pat on the back, making sure he's all right. Love to see that.
A little cramping out there by Gio Padilla, who will head to the bench. Back in now is Hugo Guerrero Vargas. Oh, check that. That's going to be Galdino Guzman Navarro. Guzman Navarro in now for the Cardinal. Ryan Mix told you about Navarro, Guzman Navarro earlier. He won't have a difficult time picking up the strategy. Goal kick here. Avalos sends it out. Little battle there between Shafiq Mohammed, Greg Cross. Cross called for the foul.
Great contact there. Gets him turned back the other way. Just leaves a little bit in there when he goes to try and make that tackle. Gets a little bit too much of the man there.
Fired in.
Smart play by Ryan Doyle there as he just sees the ball out of bounds, wins the throw for Elkhorn South. Or I apologize, that was Ben Johnson.
Good throw in by Elk South. Virgin ahead. Hustle there by Macias, who was on it.
Again, South Sioux City down that right side, but well dealt with by Mason Ortmeyer to win the ball and look to get them going the other way there. So nice defending there.
I mentioned this earlier, but this will be the final year for Elkhorn South in Class B. New enrollment numbers out, and in fact, last time they took a look, Elkhorn South just barely made it by single-digit students into Class B. But in anticipation of moving up to Class A, we mentioned they've already entered the Metro Conference. They will likely not drop back to Class B again. Final year for Elkhorn South in B.
I know they got a chance to play a real strong Class A schedule this year, participants in the Metro tournament, so they got to see some very quality teams throughout the course of this season. That said, South Sioux City, no slouch of a schedule themselves.
Yeah.
So both teams battle tested this year and very familiar with each other, meeting in the final last year.
Losses for Elkhorn South this year were to Omaha Bryan. They lost to a team we'll see later tonight, West Side, playing for a state title. They lost to Bellevue West. Lincoln North Star had a 3-game losing skid right there in about the mid part of the season, and then lost to Omaha South and Creighton Prep, which at one point those were two of the top teams in Class A. South and Prep. Right now on a 6-game winning streak, including an overtime win in the first round over Crete and a 1-zip win over Scott in the semifinals. Shot wide.
Great job of finding a man in between the lines there, giving him an opportunity to get turned. Has a choice there. He can dribble at those defenders in that back line and start to move them and try to get guys in behind, or do what you saw him do, have a go, look to take that shot, see if he can test that keeper. So Elkhorn South, you know, being patient, not in a rush, not in a hurry at this point in the game, but starting to find some of the creases and the gaps in this South Sioux defense here in the last minute or so.
Come over here.
.25 minutes to go here in the Class B title game. Still 1-zip Cardinal. His pace is slowed a bit here in these last 3 or 4 minutes.
Absolutely fits South Sioux's plan to a T there. Slow it down, you know, keep things in front of you, keep it organized. They'll have no problem with that.
Taken away from Sturdivant by Shafiq Mohammed. This, of course, the third of 4 state championships that we're bringing you here on NET. Last night we crowned new champions in Class A and B on the girls' side. Millard North ends a 3-year frustration against Marion. Marion had won previous 2 titles, was looking for a three-peat. And Scott was also looking for a three-peat. And Elkhorn, the Antlers, got some terrific play last night by Skylar Heinrich, who scored 2 goals, finishing up her high school career in just her junior year. She'll head to Creighton 1 year early and play on this field. A big night for those 2 schools last night as they win state titles. And then, of course, later tonight, we've got Westside and Kearney for the Class A title. Here's Dunham with it. Off to Case, Marcus Case from the corner.
Good job of controlling and winning that throw in. Starting to see Elkhorn South have a little bit of a run of possession here. As you look, they're starting to get their right back a little bit more involved. He's taking off, spreading the field, making South Sioux chase here, looking for those gaps to open up. Again, we talk about, you know, they're being patient. They're sticking to that game plan. Not a time to rush yet or get desperate at this situation. Maybe a little bit more of a bunker mentality sooner than we might have thought from South Sioux here. Looks like they may have thrown some numbers back, playing with more of what looks like a back four and dropping a kid back that looks like he's almost in that sweeper role, trying to keep things in front of him and avoid the danger there.
One more time.
Doing a good job of trying to deny that turn once again as he goes to step. Gets a little bit extra in on there, just catches him with that leg as he tries to get in and knock that ball away. Kind of a dangerous spot here for this free kick for South Sioux. Again, probably trying to go about the 6 yard or the penalty spot, backside 6 for this to get ahead on it.
Free kick here from Virgin. Virgin with the score!
Totally wrong on that one. Has it goal. Beats the goalkeeper near post with a fantastic free kick. Just fantastic finish though.
The junior Michael Virgin with his 5th goal of the year. And the Cardinals with a commanding lead here in the second half, 2-0.
Thought he was going to look to play a teammate back post. Goes for it all himself. Just sneaks it in on the post. Fantastic free kick there. Big, big goal in a spot for South Sioux to add to that lead. Might see a little urgency now from Elkhorn South as they look to get back into this. 2-0 is not insurmountable. As many people might say, in a 2-0 game, you get that 1 goal, and then you get the momentum back for you, and it's 1 more, and you're tied, and who knows what can happen.
Marcus Case jumps to his feet, limping a bit. There's a look at Michael Virgin, who scored that last goal for the Cardinal. Well, it certainly allows the Cardinal to breathe a bit easier here at 2-0 with about 20 minutes to go. Midway through this second half of play. Let's take another look at the goal as we head to break here. A break in the action at Morrison Stadium. Cardinals up 2-0.
Since 1981, Food Bank for the Heartland has been working to feed hungry people in Nebraska and western Iowa, providing nutritious meals through local food pantries, the backpack program, outreach efforts, and more. You can help the food bank feed children and families in your own community by making a contribution or volunteering. After all, the best support is locally sourced. More info can be found at foodbankheartland.org.
Head trauma and concussion risk minimization is a priority of the NSAA. When in doubt, sit them out.
Some common symptoms of concussions are dizziness, confusion, and nausea.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course annually.
For more information regarding concussion management and return to play protocol, visit our website, nsaahome.org. When in doubt, sit them out.
Coverage of the 2018 NSAA Boys Soccer Championships on NET is made possible in part by Education Quest, Nebraska Methodist College, Nebraska Public Power District, and Nebraska Soybean Board. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. We are back at Morrison Stadium in Omaha for the Class B Boys State Soccer Championship. South Sioux City on top 2-0 of Elkhorn South, along with Jeff Weller and Ryan Mix on the field. I'm Larry Putney. Great to have you with us as we bring you 4 state championship matches right here over this 2-day period from Morrison Stadium. What a beautiful venue for soccer, and what a terrific place to hold these state soccer championships, huh, Jeff?
Oh, no, absolutely. You can't argue with the venue. You can't argue with the evening. You can't argue with this atmosphere right now that we've got going here.
And as much as we like to give our meteorological friends a hard time, we can't even complain about the weather tonight.
100%. Fantastic.
So the strategy here, inside 20 to go, up 2-0. How much do you begin to get a bit more conservative here if you're the Cardinals?
If you're South Sioux, you don't want to take any unnecessary risk at this point in time. You want to still try to play if you have opportunities. May look to see him continue that strategy of trying to hit him on the break, but not getting too wild and crazy. If you're Elkhorn South, you look at, okay, do we start committing the numbers forward early at this point in time so we can get that one and feel like we get ourselves back into it? But we'll see here.
And it looks like they may be doing a little of that. Oh, well, maybe not.
I think we're definitely seeing the outside backs get a little bit more involved on the attacking side of things. Earlier, it was just one of them gone. Now we're seeing both of them get forward to see if we can get some numbers up, situations and opportunities here.
Corner opportunity upcoming. This could be a big one for the Storm. Evans started it.
South Sioux unlucky to clear there, gives Elkhorn South a chance to build that one again and get it back in the mix. Just unlucky on that ball that's played in there. But starting to see maybe some payoff a little bit here from those numbers being thrown forward. South Sioux just continues to bunker in and do a good job of being first to those balls and clearing the lines, so credit to them.
Nice goal kick there. Davalos.
Good pressure from South Sioux. Gets the turnover. Nice little 1-2 combo between the two.
Curio with the opportunity.
Fantastic pressure from the duo from South Sioux there to force the turnover.
Abdella and Curio.
Oh, had him for offside there on the little through ball. So goes for nothing.
Virgin again. Off to Curio.
Great little ball. Fantastic little ball there. Curiel's just troubling the Elkhorn South defenders here all game, getting in behind, playing little through balls in, connecting with players. So nice job from him today.
Back in now for the Cardinal, Jordy Mariscal. Well, Spanish captions are available for this broadcast as a special service of NET. If you'd like to see those Spanish captions, just change the closed caption settings on your television to Service 2. Have that for not only this game here, but also the Class A game, which is later this evening, scheduled to begin at 7:30 from right here at Morrison Stadium in Omaha. West Side and Kearney. Bearcats looking for a first ever state championship.
Elkhorn South with an opportunity, plays ball back in, just off the woodwork there. Threatening ball to that back post area with a dangerous opportunity.
Good cross there by Marcus Case.
Nice way to stay with it. Plays his teammate in. We see the cross come in, and we'll see it just back post there in that dangerous area. Like I said, just off the woodwork, just out of reach of the head.
Here is Case again. Another corner opportunity upcoming after it goes off of the shin of Cisneros.
As we said, Elkhorn South having a little bit of success in those deep areas there, winning those corners or those free kicks. Starting to put a little bit of pressure on this South Sioux City back line more consistently.
Check that, it was a throw in, not a corner. Here's Neil Sharma off to Sturdivant. Sturdivant wide.
Nice job of playing around the box there by Elkhorn South, finding those gaps. Just in front of that back four, South Sioux City does a good job of keeping things in front of them. Got a guy closing the ball, kind of pressures that shot. Doesn't ever give him an opportunity to get his head up and find the goal there. So nice job by South Sioux. Starting to see Elkhorn South though find those areas in front of that back line where they can turn and make some decisions of going at that back line of South Sioux.
Well-deserved break and a rest for Michael Virgin, who scored that last goal for the Cardinal. Into the game now, Jose Cardoso. Curiel right there on it, staying with it.
seen a little bit of that high press that Coach Schad was talking about in his halftime talk, still giving the Elkhorn South defenders a little bit of trouble back there of connecting those passes. Credit to South Sioux to have that energy, to keep up that intensity, keep up that pressure, to force some of those things and force those bad passes.
Good set by Curiel, keeping it in.
Patient build-up from Elkhorn South continues here, but credit to the organization of the South Sioux City defenders, just doing a great job of keeping things in front of them. You know, they drop to a certain area and keep that in front of them, and you keep the danger out of those very, very vital areas.
The dedication from this Cardinals squad throughout the year. They have 4 players who were here last year and lost in that championship to Elkhorn South 3-2 in overtime. It was their dedication in the offseason, their desire to get back here, their determination to not let that happen again really played into what Lupe Gonzalez did with this Cardinal team. It was really late in the season, even right before the sub-districts began, that South Sioux was still practicing. They were having 2-a-days. They were practicing at 6 a.m. and then again at 4 p.m. Just trying to set a really high expectation and bar for this Cardinal squad.
That's a great standard to set, and it sounded like they used the result from last year as motivation throughout this whole season. So when they saw that they were going to be playing Elkhorn South, I think probably for those 4 guys that were here last year, couldn't have written a better script for that, and they were going to come out supercharged.
Still using that as motivation. Cross, good footwork, drops it off to Doyle. Check that, Schmidt now sends it in. Good looking tackle there by Pablo Cisneros. Called his name a few times tonight.
Yeah, gets a foot in there nicely just to deny that cross. Give up the corner. We talk about, again, getting into that desire aspect. We're getting into the late games where it really gets down to that desire factor of who wants it, who wants to win it as legs get tired.
Well, there is no magic number on the clock, but now that you're inside 10 minutes to go, down by 2, you start to see maybe Elk South pressure a little more, although here's a hustle down by Curiel.
When you start to throw the numbers forward, like you're starting to see Elkhorn South do a little bit, you open yourself up that much more to some of these counterattacks that South Sioux's been having success on. They've been doing a great job, we've talked about all night, of clearing their line. Curiel up top has then been doing a good job of getting on the end of balls, getting them controlled, or those that are, 1-2 touch that Elkhorn South defenders are trying to stop. He's putting that pressure on them, and it's really giving them fits. And you get susceptible to that as you throw numbers forward, that you can get countered. You might see another goal as they do that and throw those numbers forward.
Curiel taking a well-deserved break here as Shafiq Muhammad back in for the Cardinals.
You don't expect to see the energy level drop off here at all. Coach Gonzalez was talking about the depth of the bench that they have to deal with some injuries, and that I think we're seeing that come into full effect with the energy that they're having this late in the game to keep up this high press.
Ortmeyer up the far side. And to Dunham. We're going to get a foul here.
little bit of a dangerous area here for South Sioux to have this this free kick. See what we get here. Quick restart, try to catch him.
Case handled by Curiel.
Great job of settling that and controlling it.
Really Macias with it. Macias spires on.
Love to see the control and love to see him take the risks and dribble at the back four and take those guys on. Again, that moves those defenders, allows his teammates to get into the box, so he then has options. He can take a shot or he can play it off and set up a teammate there. So fantastic job and fantastic energy. Keeping them on their toes, trying to hit that quick free kick. Curiel equal to it on his toes, ready to go. So nice job there by the keeper of being aware, not switching off in those situations to like so many would if they're going to set their wall or anticipate something coming much slower there.
Time continuing to tick away on Elkhorn South. Back into the game comes Michael Potash.
This point in the game, South Sioux just trying to keep possession, and can they play to the corners to kill off this game, run out the clock. Starting to see a lot more urgency from Elkhorn South. I think we've seen that 10 minutes and under here as they start to throw a lot more numbers forward. Continue to get opportunities with some of these corners and getting in behind the South Sioux City defenders.
Dunham with the shot here. Corner now upcoming for the Storm.
A little wide there, but you always want to make sure you're not leaving anything to chance this evening, and I don't blame him for that. We'll see if South Sioux can continue, go up, be the first one to get ahead on this. Nice job. Gets a foot on it there. Great clearance. Allows him opportunity to get up, set that line. Great pressure from South Sioux. Great individual effort from Michael Virgin.
Well, I had an opportunity there. He had Mariscal at that left side. That was the 11th appearance all-time for the South Sioux City Cardinals in the state championships. They have made the finals on 5 different occasions, including this year. A quick clock stop there as Shafiq Mohammed comes out. In those 5 appearances for the Cardinals, they've been runner-ups 3 times. Runner-up in 2001, 2012, and 17 last year. won a state title, their first and only in 2013. When Lupe Gonzalez, the head coach of the Cardinals, was an assistant on this staff.
Over me!
And started to hear the SSC chant for the South Sioux City Cardinals.
Fans are just as ready to see triple zeros on the clock as the players for South Sioux are. Have some more work to do, though, as Elkhorn South is really throwing numbers forward, putting them under pressure.
There's an opportunity to chew some more clock.
South Sioux happy to take it if they can get it, but in no hurry here to run this one down and get this ball back into play. Nice little step in there to deny potentially dangerous situation. If he can get him on his hip, got more of a clear path to goal, and then you might see a foul come through there. So corner here, like we said, South Sioux in no hurry to take it.
Zamora back into the game now for the Cardinals. He went out earlier after scoring that first goal with what Ryan Mix reported was a hamstring issue. Sends that one out. South Sioux City Cardinals are 60 seconds away from a state championship. Talked about that championship last year in which they felt like they played maybe one of the best games they'd played all year long. In fact, Lupe Gonzalez said he didn't think they could play a more complete or better game than they did in the finals last year, but they came out trailing 3-2 after overtime, and it was that motivation that led this Cardinal team throughout the year, as you saw Lupe Gonzalez watching this clear out of the box.
Elkhorn South fighting to the end there, getting the first touch on that corner, not going to give up, so credit to them. You know, down 2-0, clock taken away, not giving up, still trying to get on the scoreboard.
And the clock will tick away, and the South Sioux City Cardinals are champions of Class B in 2018. And that is the reaction you get when you have poured everything you have into a single moment, and those hopes and dreams come true.
Great to see the emotion, great to see the team congratulating each other. Fantastic effort. Guys ran their tails off here this evening, putting that high press on Elkhorn South, so credit to them. Credit to Elkhorn South, though. You come this far, and this one result can't define a whole season. They played well. They've had a lot of successes, so hopefully in time they'll be able to reflect on those. Obviously a lot of negative emotion for them as well. But hats off to South Sioux. Nice victory for them.
So once again, the Cardinals of South Sioux City celebrate a state championship. And hopefully Lupe doesn't have to go all the way back. So, medals and trophies when we come back.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
What do you think about going to college? I'm kind of scared.
I feel nervous a little bit. That's kind of a tough one. I'm not really sure yet.
I'm excited for college. How are you going to pay for it?
To be honest, I don't really know.
That's actually a really good question. So what if you had a friend you could ask?
whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state. Soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
The Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association is pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and on the field. This statewide program recognizes academic excellence, leadership, and athletic achievement in over 20 high school sports and activities. We honor these exceptional students and all of the teachers, coaches, and parents who have mentored them. Together, we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
NET has helped bring all of us together in wonderful ways. Both radio and television have provided us with great stories about our past and about our present and about our future.
I remember one of the first times we watched TV together as a young couple. At the end it would say, you know, this program brought to you by and viewers like you, and Greg grinned and said, "You're welcome."
Mm-hmm. We still say
that sometimes.
Well, congratulations to the Cardinals of South Sioux City and its fans, which made the trek down I-29 here to Morrison Stadium as they take home a state championship in 2013. Time now for medal and trophy presentations, and for that we go to Bobby Grennan.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we direct your attention to midfield for the presentation of the Sportsmanship Award for Boys Class B. A big thank you to all schools, students, fans, players, and coaches for their ongoing efforts in the areas of sportsmanship at the State Soccer Championships and throughout the entire soccer season. The trophy being presented is provided by Awards Unlimited. The Nebraska Army National Guard is the proud partner of the Soccer Championship Sportsmanship Awards. Making the presentation on behalf of the Nebraska Army National Guard is Sergeant First Class Brenda Erickson. The Nebraska State Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association, the Nebraska Coaches Association, and the Nebraska School Activities Association are pleased to announce this year's Class B Boys Soccer Sportsmanship Award winner, Omaha Gross Catholic High School. Congratulations. Now, fans, the Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations this evening will be made by NSAA Executive Director Jim Teneper and U.S. Bank Representative Brandon Turwey. Here are the awards for the 2018 Class B runner-up, Elkhorn South High School. Would head coach John Schad and your assistants please step toward the middle of the field to present the silver medals to each member of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 0, Parker Lundgren. Number 1, Camden Stewart. Number 2, Samuel Schmidt. Number 3, Ryan Doyle. Number 5, Samuel Sundstrom. Number 7, Evan Sturdivant. Number 8, Brian Cross. Number 9, Marcus Case. Number 10, Michael Potach. Number 11, Kate Pilkington. Number 12, J.J. Long. Number 13, Sean Thompson. Number 14, Maxwell Dunham. Number 15, Austin Lohr. Number 16, Kevin Kim. Number 17, Benjamin Johnson. Number 18, Gregory Cross. Number 19, Neil Sharma. Number 20, John Swoboda. Number 21, Carson Schwartzbaugh. Number 22, Mason Ortmeyer. Number 23, William Kirk. And now here is the 2018 NSAA Class B runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Elkhorn South High School.
So congratulations to the Storm of Elkhorn South, the terrific season as they finished 14-7 on the year. And after winning the state title last year, finished runner-up in 2018, their third consecutive year of making it here to these state finals. Now for the medal and trophy presentation to our champions from South Sioux City. Let's go back to Bobby Grinnan.
Now to the 2018 Class B champions, South Sioux City High School. First, head coach Jose Gonzalez, we have a special award for you. And now, coach, would you and your assistants please present the gold medals to the members of your championship team. Number 0, Adon Curiel. Number 1, Jaime Godinez Ponce. Number 2, Hugo Guerrera Vargas. Number 3, Galdino Guzman Navarro. Number 4, Jordi Mariscal. Number 5, Leonardo Davalos. Number 6, Jesus Delgadillo Aceves. Number 7, Benjamin Plasencia Renteria. Number 8, Edwin Macias. Number 9, Martin Zamora Pagua. Number 10, Miguel Curiel. Number 12, Miguel Amar. Number 13, Michael Virgin. Number 15, Victor Alfaro. Number 16, Giovanni Padilla. Number 17, Fabian Diaz. Number 18, Jose Cardoso. Number 20, Eduardo Alvarez. Number 21, Pablo Cisneros. Number 22, Shafiq Mohammed. Number 24, Zachariah Abdella. And number 28, Eric Rodriguez Romo. Presenting the team championship game ball from Farmers Mutual Insurance is senior adjuster Ryan Jones to head coach Jose Gonzalez. And now for these outstanding athletes in their school, here is the 2018 NSAA Class B State Soccer Championship Trophy. Congratulations, South Sioux City High School.
State champs in 2018, the Cardinals of South Sioux City. They win it 2-0. When we come back, we'll hear from the champions and the coaches right here on NET Sports. Stay with us.
Talk about public power for a second. Did you know Nebraska is the only state in the nation served entirely by public power electric utilities? Community-owned utilities mean Nebraskans are working for Nebraskans. Just another way your electric utility shows how public power works for you. Let's talk about public power for a second. Did you know Nebraska's electric utilities are governed by locally elected or appointed boards and councils? This means you have a voice in the decisions made by your local utility. Just another way your electric utility shows how public power works for you.
Methodist College is small, and the faculty is very involved. I feel that they care about how I'm doing.
Nebraska Methodist put clinical work right there with the schoolwork. I knew I was going to be helping patients even during school.
Since starting Nebraska Methodist College, I have learned a lot about myself. I love to learn, and I want to keep progressing and make an impact on patients.
This is the story of how butterflies became one of the great wonders of the world. From a dark and dangerous past, they have triumphed across the planet. Masters of deception and seduction, they're indispensable to much of life on Earth. How did these delicate but enduring heroes come to be?
Wednesday night at 7 Central on NET.
Coverage of the 2018 NSAA Boys Soccer Championships on NET is made possible in part by Education Quest, Nebraska Methodist College, Nebraska Public Power District, and Nebraska Soybean Board. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state of Nebraska. We could not do it without your support.
All right, welcome back to Morrison Stadium in Omaha. Here with the state champion head coach, Lupe Gonzalez. Coach, how sweet is this after the distaste last year of losing the state final?
This is a great feeling. It's a great feeling for the boys, myself, our whole community, the whole school. We were counted out in the beginning. They counted us that we wouldn't even make districts, and here we are. We're here.
You guys earned it. Talking with you before the game, you said these boys have been motivated all season long. Unfinished business was the mantra, and Larry talked about it during the broadcast as well. You guys did two-day practices, and the boys definitely worked to earn this one.
They did. They worked very hard. I felt, I said it before the game, we were well prepared physically, mentally. At times we thought they were so calm. We didn't know whether that was good or bad, but obviously it was a good thing. They knew what they were coming to do. They did it. We don't just have one great player in Nebraska. Today we have 24.
Last year, it was a little bit different of a game when you guys had 28 shots on goal against Elkhorn South. Today, only 7 shots on goal, but hey, you'll take it, right?
Like I told you earlier, that 1-0 has been working with us. We'll take it. They gave us 2 opportunities. We capitalized. We hadn't been doing that all season. Like you said, we had 7 shots. We put 2 away. I'll take that any day, every day.
All right, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Let's bring in Martin Zamoa. If we can get Martin over here. Hey, Martin. You had the first half goal, and it was crucial. You said you were playing through a little bit of an injury, so how bad did you want this one today?
I didn't care about the injury, honestly. I just wanted to play. It's my team. They needed me. We needed everybody. And at the end of the day, we just all worked hard, and I didn't care about my injury. I just wanted to play.
Take me through that goal. It was a pretty impressive breakaway for you.
Yeah, one of my friends, good teammates, Bobby, he somehow always knows how to find me. He knows where I'm at. And I received the ball, and I see the net, and I have a defender on me. And I shoot it, and as soon as I hear the sound of the net, it was an amazing feeling. I'm never going to forget that feeling.
Congratulations, Martin. All right, let's bring in Michael, the goal scorer in the second half, and that was big just to provide you guys with a little bit of an extra cushion.
Give us the confidence,
It was crazy. Crazy feeling. The score in the final, that's crazy. Like it really boosted my confidence, the teammates' confidence, and the fans too. So.
Speaking of the fans, you guys obviously have tremendous fan support. What's it like to play on this stage? Last year, of course, you guys were here too, but to have all the community support out here, how much does that mean for you and your team?
Honestly, it's crazy because they delivered their time to us, you know? They came all the way from South Sioux just to see this beautiful game against us and Elkhorn. So, yeah.
Second state title in school history. How does this one feel to be a part of it?
Woo! Feels great, to be honest. My freshman year, I always told myself that one day I would be a state champ for my school. And I tried and tried. We practiced, but we never got to it. And now this year, like, it's crazy. I have no words. Like, I don't know, yeah.
Well, Michael, you lived up to your word. You're a state champion. You earned it. Congratulations. South Sioux City, state champs for the second time in school history. The Cardinals are 2-0 winners over Elkhorn South. We'll be back to wrap things up from Morrison Stadium after this.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
What do you think about going to college?
I'm kind of scared.
I feel nervous a little bit.
That's kind of a tough one. I'm not really sure yet.
I'm excited for college.
How are you going to pay for it?
To be honest, I don't really know.
That's actually a really good question.
So what if you had a friend you could ask?
Not just on the good days. Not just on the challenging ones. Not just during business hours. Or when relaxing. But always. For the past 125 years, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
You're watching NET Television.
What is America's favorite book? We've got a list of America's 100 best-loved novels, and we need you to help us pick number 1. Join me, Meredith Vieira, and cast your vote in the Great American Read.
Coming soon to NET.
On Civilizations, the rivalry between the Italian and Islamic empires ignites an artistic revolution.
We can see the Renaissance as a time of increasing interconnection.
And artists become superstars.
It starts to create the cult of the artist as genius.
Renaissances on Civilizations.
Wednesday night at 10 Central on NET.
Cardinals greeted by their fans. They are state champs in Class B. They win it 2-0. I want to remind you, if you'd like a DVD of today's game from the NSAA Soccer Championships, all you have to do is call 800-868-1868 for just $19.95 plus shipping and handling. You can relive all of the excitement from this year's championships for years to come. We might be shipping a few of those into South Sioux City, huh? State champs. Final thoughts?
All credit to South Sioux there. Came out with a lot of great energy. You heard Coach Gonzalez talk about it. They worked hard for this, and they came out and they executed on it today. So well done to them.
You see the 3 champions we've already crowned. Elkhorn in girls Class B, Millard North in Class A, the boys here in boys Class B, the South Sioux City, and then coming up next at 7:30 right here on NET, the Class A State Championship to wrap up this year's NSAA State Soccer Championships. It's Westside and Kearney already on the field getting ready for the action. So come back and join us right here at Morrison Stadium in Omaha tonight, 7:30 for more state championship soccer action as the Bearcats of Kearney try to win the first ever boys soccer championship in school history, taking on Omaha Westside. That's when we come back. So one final time for Jeff Weller, for Ryan Mix, I'm Larry Putney. We'll see you back here later tonight in the Class A State Championship on NET Sports.
Asociación!